my TIs. Just making a recording. It's Christmas Day. A few things I want to talk about. I went to church today for the first time in a long time. And I was quite shocked by some of the things that, one of the things that happened there. One of the sermons the guy gave, he mentioned something like God brought order out of chaos in one of his sermons. Now, if you know your research on the occults, and the Freemasons and the like, one of their sayings is order out of chaos. Now, I don't know if they said that to target me, because I've been watching a few videos on that recently, but I did notice that a few of the people in this church were giving me very dirty looks, especially some of the priests there, because I used to go to this church when I used to believe in all this shit. I've just gone really to, go with my family and that, but they were giving me very dirty looks. But that shocked me, that order out of chaos thing. I've never heard that said in a church before. But he said something like, in the beginning, God brought order out of chaos. You know what I mean? Which is, if you know, like I said, that's the Freemasons' MO. You know what I mean? But, yeah. But I was just thinking how much in Christianity, sorry, is, taken from other religions. Like, you've got the body of Christ, the blood of Christ. Now, I always used to think when I was younger, that's really weird. Why is they talking about this? Because I thought it's like, this is making me think of cannibalism. And if you do research on some of the pagan customs and stuff, and other cultures, they used to do human sacrifices. Now, if you're in church, you'll hear a lot of talk about sacrifices, and a lot of talk about, well, Jesus was a sacrifice, wasn't he? When you think about it, they make him out like he died for God. And this is relating to the sacrifice thing that a lot of religions have. Now, another thing that I noticed as well is that when they chant in church, it's almost like the way they chant is like, it's kind of like channeling things, the tones of the chant. It's almost like you hear the group of people all doing the same chant in the same way. It's like, to me, it's like brainwashing, mind control, you know what I mean? How they go into like a trance almost when they do it, do you know what I mean? When they're chanting, like when they say something like, I don't know, Lord is our King, and then they repeat the same thing, Lord is our King, the Most High, the Most High. You know, they repeat and they talk in that kind of weird way. It's like they're in a kind of trance, you know what I mean? And that bears a lot of similarities to cults. If you do research on cults, how a lot of cults, they do similar things where all the members have to say the same thing in a certain way, and they'll say it in a certain way. You know what I mean? But, me, I'm like, I used to be into all this, believe in heaven and hell. I believe in God, but I think religion, we got a big storm coming. I used to believe in all that. Well, I believe in God, but I don't know if I believe in Jesus or not. Maybe he was real, maybe he wasn't, I don't know. But I believe in God, but I don't believe in religion, if that makes sense. Yeah, another thing they do is they do like a ritual, and a ritual is the channeling of energy. And if you are in church, you might say, "Oh, they don't do that." Well, when they are doing the thing before they eat the bread and drink the wine, the body of Christ, the blood of Christ, they ring a bell and they do a kind of chant, don't they? And the ringing of the bell, I've heard before, is related to channeling spirits. If you do some research on that, you'll come to the same conclusion, that the ringing of bells is often used to symbolise, in a few other religions and cultures, to symbolise spirits being channeled. And you can sometimes notice that it's like the channeling energy into the bread and the blood, because the wine and the bread symbolises the body and the blood of Christ, right? So that's just how I see it, you know what I mean? But there's a lot of pagan things that have been into. Basically, Christianity is a mishmash of a lot of other religions and cultures going back hundreds and thousands of years. So, you know, to me it's like it's a religion that was created to control, point blank. It's basically how I see it now. I've done my research on it. So that's kind of how I see it. Well, I've always been freaked out by some of the things in Christianity. The main thing I don't like about it is it frowns upon fornication and makes it out to be an unclean, evil almost act, when it's a natural act of, in fact, it's one of the most divine acts you can do if you love someone, is make love to them. It's the act of creation, creating another life. Whereas Christianity frowns upon it and sees it as impure, and, you know, that's why they have the Virgin Mary, you know what I mean? It's impure. Whereas if God thought it was impure, why would he make us do that? Do you know what I mean? And every animal does that. Not every animal, but every mammal does that. You know what I mean? So if it was seen as impure, why would God choose it? You know, for it to happen. And another thing I don't like about Christianity, it makes you frown upon. You basically, it tries to drill in your head that you're a sinner. So you're basically constantly told, we have sinned, we have sinned, we have sinned, we are sinners. Basically, another thing cults do is they like to make you feel lesser and then bring you up into the cult. So they make you feel lesser if you're not in the cult. And once you are in the cult, they try to bring you down and bring you up. Basically, they want to make you feel like you're impure if you're not Christian, which is another thing I don't like about Christianity. It's true, we all sin, but Christianity drills it into your head again and again that you're a sinner. It kind of forces it on you, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of negativity there. But yeah, that's just how I see it. So yeah, have a think about some of the things. You know, I'm not telling you not to go to church, you know what I mean? But these are just some of the things I've gathered about it. Why I don't personally believe in Christianity anymore. Do you know what I mean? Believe in God, you know. I'm open to the idea of Jesus existing, but I don't believe that Christianity is the only way to God. Because basically one of the sermons hymns they were singing today was basically, I can't remember the exact words, but basically saying our God is all over the earth. It's like, that's not true. Christianity is a European and Middle Eastern origin. It's not all over the earth. The Africans have never heard of it till it was brought to them. The Japanese, the Chinese, the Inuits, the Native Americans, you know, the Eskimos, they've never heard of this if it's worldwide. You know, why haven't they heard of it? They've heard of it now, obviously, because it's being brought to them through people, but they'd never heard of it before. So, you know, say Jesus told everyone over the world, why didn't he go to China? Why didn't he go to Japan? Why didn't he go to Alaska? Why didn't he go to the Native Americans? Why didn't he go to the Russians? Why didn't he go to the Chinese? You know what I mean? Or the Africans, or the Australians, you know? Why didn't he go there? It's basically my take on it. I don't really believe much in the religion. Even the image of Jesus was based off someone else. The common image of Jesus, you know, in churches we see it's a white guy. If Jesus was a real person, he wouldn't be white. Coming from the Middle East, remember, he'd look Arabic, or African or Arabic, one of the two. He wouldn't look white. He wouldn't look European, that's for sure. So, there's just some of the reasons why I don't really have much faith in Christianity, because there's so many underlying currents that have been and took and warped this religion into their own devices. Do you know what I mean? Like, for instance, today, where they were talking about order out of chaos. In the beginning, God brought order out of chaos. That really kind of proved everything I thought about Christianity. You know what I mean? And how the churches can't be trusted. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm glad I see it is the only one that can show you God is yourself. You know what I mean? You can only find God. You don't need to go to other people to find God. Do you know what I mean? So that's basically how I see it. Yeah, that's basically it. That's pretty much all I gotta say, really. So,